Hello and welcome to my channel. Irina of BCMA Studio here, and today I'm gonna show you how to draw this super cute, very textured fluffy fox in Procreate. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this video helpful or interesting. The brushes I'm gonna use are called Twilight tails, and you can purchase this set in my shop. I'll leave the link down below. You can also get the color palette I'm using and the overlay texture for free. Also, will leave the link down below this video. So I've started with creating a screen size blank canvas, and the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my texture overlay on top of the canvas. I'm gonna scale the size to match my blank canvas, and I'm gonna change the blending mode to color burn, and I'm gonna lock the layer to make sure I don't accidentally draw on it. The new layer I've created, I'm placing between the overlay and the background, and I'm creating a new layer on top, which I'm gonna use for sketching and stamping. First thing I'm going to select is the Twilight stamps, and I'm going to select the fox stamp, and I'm going to stamp it in the middle of the canvas, and I'm going to reduce the opacity. Next thing, I'm going to select filler brush 4, and I'm going to create this oval shaped background for my fox, and I'm going to fill it with a color. Choose any color you want. I've chosen this bluish brown color, and I'm just going to make sure that it's dark enough to create a nice backdrop for my illustration. Now I'm going to select filler 6 and add a little bit more color and flatten these layers. Now I can't see my sketch properly, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate the sketch layer. I'm going to go to adjustments, and I'm going to increase the brightness so my stamp turns white or lighter color. Now I can properly see it. And now I'm going to create a new layer on top of this background. And the brush I'm going to select is filler 6, and I'm going to choose this nice orange color out of the 3 oranges, the lightest one, and I'm going to fill my fox outline with a solid color. So I've outlined the fox and dropped the color, and now I've selected filler 5 brush to go around the edges to make the edge fluffy, making the fluffy fur of my fox. Now I'm going to select the freehand select tool, and I'm going to select random areas of my fox, increase the feather to around 10%, and going to adjustment, I'm going to adjust the hue and saturation to make the color tone slightly different, just to create more color variations. I've created a new layer, flipped it as a mask, and I'm going to choose shader 7, and I'm going to add lighter patches of texture on my fox's fur, and now slightly darker patches to add nice color transitions. New layer, clipping mask, blending mode multiply, and with the same brush I'm gonna add some darker areas with the same brush. And now I'm gonna select shader 2, and on the same layer I'm gonna accentuate even darker parts of my fox, the tips of the ears and the paws. New layer, clipping mask, and I'm going to select texturizer 2, and I'm going to add some lighter areas on my fox, the snout, the tail, and the belly. New layer, clipping mask, and I'm going to select detail 4, and I'm going to add little strokes of white just to make a little bit more textured fur. Now I'm going to select details 3, and I'm going to add this light strokes of a nice white color around the fox's body. Now new layer, clipping mask, multiply blending mode, and with a darker orange with the same brush I'm going to add some darker strokes on the fox. Now, I can switch the sketch off and I'm going to select a new layer, filler 6, and I'm going to draw the eye white, which is quite solid. And now I'm going to create a clipping mask and add the eye, and I'm going to add some lighter areas, and with the white solid color I'm going to add the highlight, and I'm going to flatten the eye. Now new layer, multiply, and I'm going to accentuate around the eye a little bit with detail 2 brush and this nice pinker color. I'm just going to outline the top eyelid and the bottom eyelid of my fox's eye. And now with detail 4 with a dark brown color, I'm just gonna outline just the top lid to make it darker with the arch shape. And I'm just gonna draw the fox's nose with the same color, same brush. Now I'm going to select filler 1 brush, lighter color, and I'm going to put the blushy cheek on my fox. And now I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to select texturizer 3, and with the pure white color, I'm just going to make the lighter areas even lighter. New layer, clipping mask, multiply blending mode, and then with the same texturizer 3, I'm going to make the darker area even darker. And now I'm going to select detail 5, and I'm going to add some whiskers and a little bit of flyaway hair on the fur. And now my fox is ready. I'm going to put it in the separate group, and now I'm going to work with the background. So I've created the new layer on top of the background, and now I'm just going to use various stamps to create a nice backdrop with the illusion that my fox is somewhere in the forest. I stamped different stamps on new layers, and I'm just tweaking them around using the transform tool just to create a nice backdrop. Now I can play around with the opacity of the background. And now my fox is ready. You don't have to use that type of background. You can place your fox in a nice spring forest or winter forest or wherever you think it should go. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!